Welcome back to How to Stay Stressed. If you don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Sandra. I'm a clinical psychologist, and for the last 30 years, I have been helping people learn to reduce their stress. And today's topic is, let me look at my notes. Believe in your negative self talk. Oh my goodness, this is a huge topic, and I'm going to narrow it down to just a few key points. Let me give you some foundation on negative thoughts. They are always there, they are always going to be there, and trying to eliminate them is impossible. Our brains helped us as a human species to survive based on these negative self-talk. You might think like, well, that's crazy. How is negative self-talk supposed to be helpful because it's making me feel crappy about myself? Think about it. While we were walking through the Sahara or wherever when we first started walking the planet, if we weren't always thinking there might be a bear in that cave, we might need to be careful about going in there because we don't want to die, or that long string or rope that I see could be a snake that could bite me and poison me, and therefore I am gone and no future little people get born after that because I'm dead, we wouldn't have survived. So a certain level of anxiety is what helped us be careful and make sure nothing happened to us. Unfortunately, these days, the anxiety is a little bit out of control because we don't have the skills to manage them. Life used to just give us so much downtime where we were relaxed. It was boring. We didn't have TV. We didn't have internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't even have books back then. So what did you do? You literally sat and you just watched nature. You watched the grass grow. And in that state of peace, we didn't have to worry about all the times that we were anxious. So what? We don't have those times of peace anymore. And so our anxiety levels are through the roof. Anyway, back to negative self-talk. Why negative self-talk is always in our minds. It's part of what keeps us from crossing the street without looking both ways. It's what makes us stop at a red light when we are driving. So you may not consider that to be anxiety, but it is a form of anxiety. It's cautiousness, right? It's a little bit of alertness of what could happen badly if you didn't pay attention. But to a certain extent, you can't believe everything that crosses your mind. We do believe everything that crosses our mind. So you have to check yourself. Like I said, we don't have downtime where we're just literally sitting watching the grass grow anymore. We're going from work to home to kids to laundry to dishes to all kinds of stuff. And then during our downtime, what do? We watch an action movie. If you're like me, I'm watching an action movie, right? This is not a calming thing that I'm doing. And it's not a calming thing that anybody else like me is doing. So when you have negative self-talk, you kind of have to stop and start challenging them every now and then. Is your negative self-talk saying, oh, my hair looks awful? What if it does? It's not the end of the world. And then there are more serious negative self-talk that I work with clients on. I'm a failure. I am fundamentally a bad person. I'm a piece of crap. Those are the kind of negative thoughts that are not helpful to you. They're not trying to keep you alive. They're not trying to keep you safe. They're only trying to take you down. Not all negative self-talk is helpful, and not all negative self-talk needs to be believed. In fact, not even all the positive self-talk that we have needs to be believed. A little too much positive self-talk can distort our limitations. So if you're having these types of negative self-talk and you're believing them, that will lead to stress. Now, it's beyond the scope of this video to walk you through undoing the negative self-talk that comes from I'm a bad person, I'm a loser, anything around that. I would suggest seeking out a qualified professional to help you work through it. The good news is you can work through it. You can get to the other side. You can eliminate those types of negative self-talk. Please do that. There is absolutely no reason for you to have to live with those kinds of thoughts. Thank you for listening. And if you got some benefit, learned something new, and will apply anything that I talked about today, please go ahead and hit the like button. Let me know. And if you are enjoying this How to Stay Stressed series and want more, please hit the subscribe button so that I know. All right, you take care, and I will see you next time.